How to make money from your scraps. And I'm talking about your heat transfer vinyl scraps that you will have left over from all your t-shirt projects or whatever projects you have using vinyl. I've noticed over the years that I've had so much, money collected in boxes from scraps and scraps of vinyl. So I decided to make earrings, and I buy wooden rounds and I attach the scraps to the earrings using the same method you would with the heat transfer method. So what I'm doing here is I've already cut out my name. I offer custom names and some standard names on my website. And so this example is a Shebrew earring. I've already cut it out with my Cricut. I've weeded it. I'm doing front and back. I'm simply lining it up to match the hole that I've punched with a hole puncher on the earring. And I do a quick tap on my top planting just to get the plastic melted onto the earring so it stays in place once I close my heat press. And I press all of my earrings at 240 degrees for 30 seconds. I've played around with the temperatures, and 240 is the hot spot. So that's what I use for all of my heat press on wood, if you will. All right, so I'm waiting my 30 seconds. I usually don't do 30 seconds on the first press. It's usually half. And then I peel back the plastic and then do the other 15 seconds. In this instance, I didn't have enough pressure, so that one didn't take for 15 seconds. So I'm just going to adjust my pressure. And let's try this again. Anytime you're making t-shirts and earrings, in between presses, you have to adjust up or down depending on what you're pressing. And in this case, it looks like I did not adjust my press enough. All right, so let's see what we got now. I think this is a clean peel. All right, so yeah, typically 15 seconds gives me a clean peel. Cover it back up and do the second 15 seconds. And I do this method for both sides of the earring. So once I press all these, I do a part 2, which is apply the finishings to the earrings. I have beads and silver finishings that I add. And I also oil my beads down as if I would oil like a cutting board or something. It just makes for a longer lasting finish on the earrings. In part 2, I'm also going to cover how I got the color applied to the earring, because these are basically blanks out of Amazon, out of Michael's, wherever you can find some round blanks. I do have a glow forge, so now I cut my own. But if you don't have a glow forge, you would simply buy the rounds that you need or whatever shape that you need, and you would just punch holes for the earring. Okay, and I think that wraps it up. So stay tuned. I'm going to drop part 2 where I show you how to beautify the earring. And if you like this content, I will be covering a lot of earring content, probably a few t-shirt content, maybe some. I'll talk about that in part 2. I got to think on what's coming next after this part 2. Thank you. And if you like, please like the button and subscribe. Thanks. And of course, this method can be used using any color vinyl. I have options on my website. This particular order was for black design, but I do offer this same design in red, purple, green, whatever color they want, because I have a whole lot of vinyl in a whole lot of different colors. So basically, go through your stash and see what you have available and just offer that as an earring option to match maybe the t-shirt that you made them. I have not offered white. I just have not had a request for a white earring, but I have so much white vinyl that I need to find a method to use that as well. But there's the finished product. And again, I'm going to beautify it on the next part 2.